It's a year before her 5-year-old daughter starts school, but this Thaba Nchu mother is already concerned that her child will not be placed in a school that will cater for her needs. Her daughter was diagnosed with autism when she was 2 years old, and with the lack of schools specialized for autism in the area, her child attends a mainstream preschool. But she knows that her child will need special attention when she starts grade 1. Boitumelong Special School, which is earmarked for her child, is not specialized for autism and caters for children in the surrounding towns as well. And with a long waiting list, the application process is already proving tedious.
So they said she was too young. I need to take her back to the daycare, and then they will do a reassessment, and then they will call me with regards to the reassessment. So we came back home, but then I had to make other means just to see what I can do, because I did not realize that that application was just for that one school. I had to look into other schools just in case they don't take her there, because I heard that the list is very long, and then first preference is children that are older, around 8 or 9 years.
Mokgoto faces two challenges. The first is distance. Her daughter is on the waiting list for Bloemfontein School of Autism, and it's about an hour's drive from their home. While at Boitumelong, the requirements for entry are way too steep for a child with autism.
The child has to be fully potty trained when they go through to the school, when they accept her, and then she has to more like take instructions, because what they do at the assessment is that they will sit with your child, and then they will ask your child, what is this? And then the child has to respond, this is a dog, this is a cat, this is what color is that shape, what shape is it? So the child has to then be able to articulate what they see, and at the same time they should be able to take instructions. So it's a struggle for a child with autism, especially the potty training part. It's very difficult.
According to the World Health Organization, autism spectrum disorders are characterized by difficulty with social interaction and communications. The organization estimates that globally, 1 in 100 children have autism. The Education Department says the province is incrementally catering for children with autism in special schools.
Within the system, we have schools that we have designated as full-service schools. Those schools, they cater for learners that are supposed to be in special schools or learners that require a high level of support, of which learners on the spectrum is part of. So what then we do is that we ensure that the school-based support team is trained on autism. We admit them at those schools, but we try to first check if there's space within schools like this or within just a special school.
The Bloemfontein School for Autism is the only one of its kind in the province, and it only admits 37 learners who are mostly low-functioning learners.
Currently, the school admitted 37 learners, and admissions at the school are being done by the district. They go through the district officials, the psychologists, the therapists, the ones doing the admissions.
Muluzi adds that they prioritize the development of their learners.
Currently, we have occupational therapists and speech therapists who are performing their duties in an outstanding manner. For example, our learners, some of them are non-speaking learners. Others are partially speaking. And since the appointment of the speech therapist in 2023, as the school started in 2022, then 2023 we were blessed that we were provided with the post of a speech therapist. And since we have a speech therapist, we could see progress.
Parents also have the option of taking their children to independent schools.
We are a private school. We specialize with autism, and at the moment, the curriculum that we're using DCAPS. DCAPS is a light version of CAPS. It's like math literacy and math, pure maths, yes. So that's what we are doing. And at the moment, we have 26 learners. Due to our space, we cannot take more than that. That's where our challenge is.
A speech therapist says it might take long, but they are able to assist children who are nonverbal to start talking.
It takes a long time, but eventually, when you tap into what that child's abilities are, then you can be able to get the words out. But you work with their interest. Like I say, that when you see where the child's interest is, if it's with because with autism the children are obsessed with something. If it's crocodiles, if it's fossils, or if it's insects, then we focus on that topic. Then you'll see that they will be able to come up with some.
There is consensus among professionals that the prevalence of autism is increasing. Kamagelo Siekwi, SABC News, Thaba Nchu.